Alright, it's pretty cold outside right now, so I figured it'd be a good time to get a first startup video of the boiler. It's an A.O. Smith copper boiler, natural gas. There's the pump motor right there. And we had to replace the thermocouple and clean it out last year. But other than that, this thing has been extremely reliable, and it really is a low maintenance boiler. It's from the 1970s. I'll put the BTU rating and the exact year in the description, because the data plate is on the back. I have a picture of it, but yeah. And we also had to replace the water inlet regulator valve. Yeah, last time we used it, it seems to be working fine, so I'm going to set the camera down, go upstairs, turn on the thermostat. Alright, so it is now running. Sounds good. I would have liked to get a view of that vent down at the bottom when it first starts up, because it's a pretty big flare up at first. But I don't know if you can see that or not right now. I am going to be oiling this motor again. I did last winter, but I feel like it should be done again. It's got oil ports on the front and back. Here's a closer look at the A.O. Smith copper boiler. Front cover's off right now. Closer look at the badge. And here we have our control box. This has wires leading up to the thermostat, and there's a transformer in it, which lowers the voltage to the thermostat. Here's our fuel valve. Thermocouple is coming off right there, and it goes down into the area where the pilot light is and the main burner. This is to change the size of the flame, and of course there's our gas line coming in. Pump motor's right there. It is a, I believe, 1775 RPM rated motor, so it's a 4-pole induction motor. It's a split phase motor. It's got a start winding, which is taken out of the circuit by a centrifugal switch once it's at full speed. And that little tube you see coming up right there, that's the oil port for the bearing on that side. The tube is unfortunately broken off on this side, but that's where you put the oil in. Not exactly sure what the amp draw on this motor is. I'm going to try and get a better look at it here. There's a disconnect switch. Let's see if we can see anything. 3.3 amps. Not bad. I know that kind of stuff is probably kind of hard to read. And here's our pump. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a spring in there that's part of the centrifugal switch. It's not really visible right now. And here's our expansion tank. Right there we've got our pressure relief valve, which was replaced last year because the old one started leaking. Pressure gauge. And whatever the hell that thing is, I don't know what that's called. It just spat out some water. And we also had to replace this regulator valve last year because the old one was completely clogged up and it wasn't letting any water through. And we had to take this thing apart last year, first of all, to replace the thermocouple because the old one went bad. And we took this top cover off and cleaned all the carbon and junk off of everything because it was really dirty inside. It was not working properly. Of course, the burner is in the middle. Pilot light and thermocouple are right behind that panel, which can be taken off. And yeah, this, as you can see, this gas valve was replaced in 05. So there you go. It looks like it's manned. Yeah, it's manned by White Rogers, the same company that made the control box. Alright, so that's going to be it for this part of the video. Thanks for watching.